What's going on, guys? So today I'm going to finally be talking about cryptocurrency. I know I've seen so many comments from so many of you asking me when I'm going to talk about cryptocurrency again, and I've been not talking about it for the past 2-3 weeks. There's been some reasons for this. I actually posted a blog post and it was covering why I'm actually no longer trading cryptocurrency. And the reason why I chose to do that was because of the increasing government regulations, and more specifically the tax regulations on crypto. I didn't know how to handle the taxes. I had to talk to some tax people, look up some softwares to better track my trades, and I finally found a good one that can track my trades very well. So I am now swinging crypto. I'm no longer day trading it because it's just too many transactions as far as tracking goes. But I am swing trading crypto, so I have been swing trading some Bitcoin, some Ethereum, and some Litecoin. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the technicals on Bitcoin, going over the chart, and what I expect to happen. So stay tuned for that. But first, if you don't know, every single day I give away $25, and it goes to a random commenter from the previous video lesson. So we're going to do that right now. All they need to do is leave a like, leave a subscription, and leave a comment down below with your thoughts, and you'll enter into the raffle. So here is Pepe. He says, nice, good price action. Thank you very much for your comment, man. Just make sure you send me a YouTube message with your PayPal and email address, and I'll send over that 25 bucks to you as soon as I can. So we're going to be talking about cryptocurrency right now. As you know, we had a very strong recovery on Bitcoin from its drop from 19,000. It collapsed all the way down to the 6,000s, all the way down here, and we had a pretty strong bounce in the past 2 weeks. We went up 100%, and it looks like we've topped out and met this resistance trend line here at 1,100, or no, I'm sorry, 11,769. And I do believe that this is going to hold up as resistance. So we're going to start having a pullback coming back down here. And we have to see, is it going to make a higher low, or is it going to keep going lower? And from that point, we can determine what to do next. So I am not in Bitcoin right now. I'm actually not in any coins right now. I have no Bitcoin, have no Ethereum, have no Litecoin. I sold that all. I'm holding fiat right now. I'm just waiting for the pullback to happen, because you cannot deny that this is the pullback. You can see this trend line drawn from 19,000, and then the pop we had up to 17,000. If you just draw a simple trend line that connects these 2 points, you can see that that line ends up to where this price is being held up as resistance this morning. So after we hit that, we had some pretty nice selling going on here. So I am expecting a pullback. I don't know where it's going to pull back to. Some possible levels are 9,900, which I don't think that'll hold, and then down below here in the high 6,000s. And then if it breaks that support, it could go much lower, and it could hit the 5,000s, low 5,000s, and high 4,000s. So just be wary of that. Like I said, I don't know where it's going to end up, but one thing I do know is that it's starting to pull back. So we're going to be just watching over the chart and seeing where we're going to have that massive dip and that massive buying volume. You can see whenever we have these massive dips, the thing that really hasn't been known is the massive amounts of buying happening in these dips. You can see this dip down here to the 9,000s. Back in January, there was massive buying happening there, and then of course the dip down to 6,000 and the high 5,000s, we had once again massive buying. So you have to see that volume, you have to see that buying power. If you don't see that buying, then the price isn't going to reverse, and it's not going to move back towards the other direction. So right now we are seeing resistance here on Bitcoin, topped out at around 11,700. And I do expect this to pull back and possibly retest 8,000, 6,500. We'll see. But on the next dip, I am going to be starting to regain my position size. So as Bitcoin starts to pull back, I am going to be using a technique that's called dollar cost averaging. So essentially, I'm going to be adding small positions into every dip on the way down, not my whole size into one dip, just, you know, slowly adding into my position. And as it drops down lower, you know, I'm going to be a lot more aggressive with my size and average down my position to get an average low price. And then once we have that bounce, sell into the bounce, which my expectation is that, now say we have a double bottom here at 6,000, then we could possibly have a bounce, retest this trend line. It'll dip back down but make a higher low, probably in the 8,000s or mid 7,000s. If it can do that, it shows a lot of strength, and then it could possibly break out of this trend line and go back into an uptrending wave. If we look at the daily chart here, you can see that this is a pretty significant channel that we've been in, and if we can break out of this channel and go towards the upside, it'll have renewed confidence in the market, and it'll bring in a lot of big investors who use these trend lines to trade, and they'll start be adding a lot more size into the trades and bring it up. So draw your trend lines, draw your wedges, draw your channels, because that's really how you can understand what this price is doing. There is some structure, there is a scaffolding to this these charts. Now, don't ask me what I think about the long-term growth of Bitcoin. I do not know. In my opinion, personally, I don't have the belief that cryptocurrencies will take over you know, regular money. I really just do not see that happening, especially back in January when we had all the government regulation fears. You know, the thing with crypto is that it can be taken down easily by the governments. Everyone's saying, oh, you can't take it down because it's decentralized. Yeah, maybe you can't like have the networks closed down, but you can definitely close down the exchanges. And if there's no exchanges, that means there's no trading volume, and if there's no trading volume, that means the price will collapse. You cannot deny that right now the main function of cryptocurrency is speculation and the way to make money. That's just a simple fact. So as far as crypto goes, I have the same mentality that I have when I trade penny stocks. I don't get married to the company, I don't get married to the story. I simply trade the price action and make my profits on the way up from the volatility. So I'm not holding any long-term coins. While that can be a very good strategy, I just don't see that big potential in them. There are a couple notional coin offerings that I have invested in, but once those are listed, I'm gonna sell them right away to lock in my profits, because, you know, like I said, I don't really see any long-term value with these crypto. A majority of the traders who are trading crypto right now are in it solely for the money, not for the technology. Now, of course, I could be wrong on that. You know, there could be some great gains to be made by holding some of these coins for 2, 3, 4 years, but also that's more of a gamble. It's not structured trading, and I like to have structure with my trading because I have been trading in the stock market for over 2 years now. I have learned the hard way to not get married to companies, to not believe the hype, to simply trade the price action and lock in your profits when you have them. So that's my view on Bitcoin. As far as Ethereum and Litecoin goes, I'm not too interested in them right now, but you know, they have the same type of resistive trend line happening right here. We'll just draw this array from this top to this top, and you can see it's following along the same exact trend line. So you cannot deny that this is a level of resistance. So just, you know, focus on the chart, don't focus on the hype, and that's how you will understand the market a lot. And also one thing to understand as well is that when everyone's panicking, you should be looking to buy, because when everyone's panic selling, like here in this huge crash that we had in the beginning of February, that was a great buying opportunity. And you know, me personally, I didn't get in at that point because I still wasn't ready to jump back into the markets, but there was a lot of panic happening overall all over social media, and that would have been the best place to buy. So let's look at Litecoin. I know Litecoin had a very strong rally this morning, and it looks like it broke out of that trend line actually a few days ago. Let me just draw this real fast from this top. Let me just move my chart real fast. So if we just draw this ray right there, see this one broke out of that trend line, made a higher low, and then had a nice U-shaped breakout there at 169. This is a daily chart, by the way, so each candle represents one day's worth of trading action, and you can see we broke out of that trend line, then we had a pop, it made a higher low, made a higher resistance here at 166.78. Then we had this big rally here on the 14th, broke through that, and now it's trading in the 200s. So there is some resistance up here from the previous chart action, and if we start to see a pullback in Bitcoin and Ethereum, then we might see the same type of selling happen in Litecoin. So just be cautious. Don't ask me what altcoins to trade, because I am not trading any Litecoins right now, or any altcoins right now. I'm simply trading the big three, and I'm swing trading them. I am not day trading right now. It's not the market to day trade in right now. If you look at Binance, there's not many strong runners at all. So you have to adapt to the market. You have to understand the market sentiment, and right now the global markets in general are shaky. If you're only in crypto, then you might not know this, but the US stock market a few weeks ago had the biggest pullback, the biggest market correction of 11% since 2011. So it's not just the crypto market that's been hurting, it's the global markets in general. So just be wary of that, and understand the market sentiment and adapt your trading accordingly. So that's my lesson for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you did, leave a like, leave a subscription, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.